For this video, we're going to be assembling the game shell without drawers. You will find two steps to this process. We're gonna first by building the outer shell of the game shell. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and push these parts out of the way. We'll bring them back shortly. The parts for the outer shell will be the back piece, a top and a bottom piece, and your two sidewalls. This one's fairly straightforward. All we're gonna do is just assemble this like so. Again, with all of our products, we do recommend using glue for them to hold together and for their durability to last as long as possible. So, quick reference, the top and bottom piece, the top piece is the one that has this little cutout because this is where our locking mechanism will go in place to hold the inner shell inside of it. So, we're going to take our bottom piece. The flat edge is the front, and then on the side walls, the flat part is also the front. So we're gonna have those two parts lining up. So we're gonna go ahead and dab on some glue into some of the cavities here within this piece. Whatever's easiest for you when you glue, feel free to do that. Because the bottles that we have a nice little dropper edge, it's easy for us to just take a little bit of glue inside these cavities and then line it up so that it does go into place like so. We do also have some Q-tips that we like to use just to kind of run through the edge to get any excess glue out of the way on the inside or outside. Once we have these two pieces together, I like to move on to the back piece. It does add a little bit of additional structural integrity to it as we add the last parts. So I will typically flip the product up, dab on a little glue. One other thing that we have found useful, sometimes if you do get too much glue, if you have a Q-tip, you can just kind of spread it around inside, almost like a paintbrush to kind of help get some of the excess off and to help it get into all the areas. Again, whatever works best for you. Then we're going to take our back piece, get it in there nice and tight, and then clean off any excess glue. Now from here, we'll take our next side piece. Again, that flat edge will be towards the front, matching up with all the other flat edges so far. And lastly, we will take the top piece. Now have the outer shell completely built. We'll go ahead and set that aside and let it dry while we begin building the inner part. For the inner parts of the game shell, there'll be a few more pieces. These pieces up front are all part of the locking mechanism to the box. So we're gonna go ahead and build this here in a moment. And then this is the actual large shell itself. These will be the two sidewalls to it, the front for it, and the back. And we'll go ahead and build that momentarily as well. So first steps that we like to do is to begin part of the locking mechanism. This part of note, this piece here that has the wider opening is the side that should be matched up to the unlocked lock on the bottom. That will be there. I like to take just a little bit of glue, smear it on here, just so we put it down, it begins to form a good solid bond. And then quickly after we do that, do our best to line up everything we can. We're going to take this piece and we will now insert it into the front of the bottom of the shell. So a little bit of glue in there. As you can see, that drops in just like that. Next, we'll take one of these sidewalls and we will attach that next. So again, as with every other instruction up till now, we'll add a little glue and put it on. Oops. There we go. Spin it around so I can see it better. Q-tip to clean out any excess glue. Now flip it over. We'll do the other side. Alright, now we'll move on to the back. Off any excess glue that seeps out. We now have the majority of the insert built. The last part will now be just finalizing the locking mechanism. These two pieces, it's all the magic inside the locking mechanism. You'll take the L-shaped piece, and remember how I said this large opening? We're going to go ahead and drop that over that large opening so it fits in just like that, and the hole is over the unlocked piece. Next, we'll take the top bar, drop it in right above it like that. So as you can see, when it's unlocked, that's lowered. When it's locked, that gets lifted up, that gets slid over, which holds that in place. Last step is now just gluing on this front piece, which this one it's okay. We can be a little more liberal with some glue on the front since there's a lot more surface area for it to attach to. And smash that on there just like that. Give it a quick test. Yep, see that little bit pops up there when it's locked. So we'll now fit into, oops, we'll line it up better, into the game shell, and it locks in place. And there is your completed game shell without drawers.